Hi, welcome to another session on the how-to series of CareNiche. This series intends to teach you how to make use of the CareNiche HMO. Today we'll be talking about preparing the medical bill or fee-for-service on the CareNiche platform. And basically, to prepare the medical bill, you find the PA code, you check the details of the reason for the issuance of the code, and you want to be sure that the reason for the issuance of the code is the same thing as what the bill that is coming to your table is actually doing. You want to add items to the bill, and once you add items, our system will automatically compute the bill on our side, and then you submit the billing for vetting. Basically, that is what the whole procedure will look like. So let us start using the application. So you're welcome back to the application, and I'm going back to the home page, and want to log in through the application. demo.careniche.home.ng. As in, our login page is ready, and I click on sign in. So once I sign in to the page, remember the first step is to make sure that the codes are ready. On our platform, bills are controlled by PA code, as in pre-authorization code. That's why we have provision for you to generate codes for primary care that is agreed to by you and your HMO. And also you can also generate codes as in your approved code or your authorized code that is requested for secondary care. As in, so you go to claims. Under the claims menu, we have medical bills. Remember, we have it divided to formal and private. So the medical bill, if you want to prepare medical bill for formal sector, you click on medical bills for formal. If you want to prepare medical bill for private sector, you click on medical bill for private sector. So let me click on the medical bills. So when you click on the medical bills, our bills are arranged by default. Once you request for a code and you issue the code, it starts putting your bills together, start batching it under the period that you have issued that code. So let's say, for instance, you issued a code in July. It will automatically create that code waiting for you inside medical bill in July. So if it was submitted in the period of July, you will see it under July. However, if you check July and you cannot find the bill, then what you simply do is you can use the search bar for the bill. Once you type a unique part of the bill on it, as in the PA code of the bill, the pre-authorization code of the bill, just type any part of the pre-authorization code of the bill and click on search. It brings out the bill for you, and you can continue working with the bill. If the bill was requested at a period, let's say June 2021, and it was now being submitted as the batch of July 2021, they omitted it in June and they submitted it in July, you will still be able to find it, and you'll still be able to change the billing period, the batching of the bill. So that will not be a challenge for you. Okay, so once you come to this, you are notified about the billing period and the number of providers that you have. So when you are actually, from the summary page shows you how many providers you already have that you are going to pay in that particular month. And then when you explore it further, it will show you the names of all the providers and the number of bills, as in the number of bills that they have, the number that you have worked on, that's the ones that has been submitted for approval, the one that has been approved, number pending, as you can see, this is pending, My provider claims is 0, completed claims is 0. So that means that there hasn't been anything on this bill at all. That's why it's showing 0. I'll bring you back to this page after we prepare the bill, and you'll be able to see what you have. So it's a summary page. So when I go to that particular, I've chosen to use formal sector, and I'll tell you why. So once I click on that particular bill, it brings me to these details. I have the pre-authorization code of the bill, the name of the enrollee, the diagnosis, and then the other pre-authorization code. You remember that we have provision for manual code, that if you had given manual code and you have to now quickly, maybe there was a problem with network and you could not issue code and you gave manual code, you have to create it. The automatic code will be generated by the system, and then you can have it. And then the date that this code was actually issued was 17th August. So here, so if I have multiple codes, as in for the provider, I'll see all the codes under this listing. I can now say, I want to see why the code was issued. You can see, as in, don't follow whatever you are seeing here. We just, it's a test stuff, so it didn't follow. So let's say cholera, typhoid fever, plasmodium, this, and all those things. So this is the information about why the code was issued. So you know what you are actually preparing. So when you look at this information, there are 3 levels of users that can prepare, as in 2 levels of users that can prepare the code. One is the provider themselves. They can prepare the code and submit it. Once they submit it online, you just go to the level of vetting and you vet the code. You don't need to prepare it afresh. The second level of user is your in-house user that have the power to like enter code or vet code. They can either prepare or they can vet directly. And once they are there, you can easily just click on, this is the prepare add items medical bill option, this button. So once I click on it, it enables me to now start adding items to the medical bill. So you could see, now I'm using NHIS, I'm using the NHIS. So like on the NHIS, you will see that I have drugs, like, and our system is shipped with the drug list of NHIS and their pricing. So you don't need to disturb yourself about how do I get all this information. You have a lot of listing, and then I'll show you the tabs. We have the drug tab. The drug tab is for, as in medicine and all those infusion, all those kind of things, injection, different categories of medicine has been captured here. So as in generally, you have the drugs. Then we have general service, which is more of treatments. Like you can see initial treatment. You can see things like scan, full blood count, full electrolyte, this, as in all the kind of services, they are majorly here. Then we have limited services. Limited services are for services that they don't actually stay for long. Like maybe you want admission that is having maximum of 10 days per annum, nursing care, as in, and other things that fall into categories where you have specific number of days. Glasses can also come here because you have specific number of glasses that an enrollee can actually be given in a year. So what this part, limited services, does is it ensures that the enrollee doesn't get more than the number of opportunities that you should have for that particular care, and you are notified when the enrollee is exceeding that. Then discounted services are special services that have special discount, like this MRI scan that, you know, they charge 50%, and also, and lastly, we have doctor's notes that you can add medical notes, so that if the medical doctor, as in the person preparing the bill, wants to like put some special notes to the bill, so that attach notes to the bill, so that the person that will treat it or vet it will understand why some things were done. As in, so these are the options here. So I go to drugs, I just say, so, okay, so I say I come to Artemita, as in, let's just say Artemita lumefantrine, as in tabs. I click on it. So once I click on that item, the item comes up. I say number of pills, I say 2. I say, no, sorry, number of pills, let's say I say 1. Usage, I say BD, that's 2 times a day. Number of days, use it for 3 days. And then quantity, it's giving me 1. And I'll tell you the reason why it's giving me 1 is because of the option I selected. I said, because the option I selected is by 6, you can see it below here. So if you look at number of pills, I say 1 pill. How do you use it? Twice a day, which is 2 every day. And I said number of days, 3 days. If I increase the number of days to like 5 days, or let's say even 4 days, it has increased the quantity to 2. So these are some of our intelligent billing. Then I'm using the provider's platform will not show you pricing. It's not going to show this price. As in, it is the, what do they call it? It is the other platform that will show you the pricing. Okay, so I say provider price, provider puts 1,000, as in, this is the unit price of the drug, 500, and it's telling you the total price is 900. Why is it 900? The system has automatically deducted it knows that it is 90% that we do on drug tariff. So it has adjusted that, and then you add. So once you add it to your bill, you will see it's listed here. And then let's say another paracetamol, and then we say tablet, sorry, where is it now? Paracetamol tablet, 500 milligram. I say I want to give 2 paracetamol, and then that one is TDS. The number of days is also for 3 days, and then the provider price, that's whatever the provider claimed. The provider is claiming, let's say, 20 naira. Let's say the provider is claiming 60 naira. That's my price. So as in, I'm having it as 48.6 naira. So it's just does my calculation, and then it goes like that. So you keep on adding those items to your bill. Now, if you are not done, you have to go on break, you have to do anything, you can just go back, do whatever you want to do. And then, as in, of course, if I go back, as in, I can come to my August now, and then you can see now that the computed claims is showing me 948.6. That's the computed price. I can come back again, and then I would now say, okay, I want to resume my bill. I click on that add bills. Once I click on the add bills, it will load it for me, showing those 2 things that I have done already. And then I also say, let's say plus. So let's say you said you should also do malaria parasite test, as in its provider price is 35. As in, you watch this one now. This one does not have any discount, so I can add it to it, and then you can see all those items, billing items. So if I'm done with this bill now, I can submit the bill. And how do I submit the bill? I come to, these are the periods I have available: September, August, and November. So if you want to change the period to another period, like maybe it was our system captured it in August, but they didn't file for the claims until September. Then I changed the billing period to September so that it will come along with September bill, but it is August bill. So once you are done and you are sure that you are done with it, you submit it. So providers can be able to continue preparing it bit by bit. Every other person can be able to prepare it bit by bit. So when I come back to this place now, and I click on my August billing, I cannot take any action on it again because I've prepared it and it has gone. So I cannot work on it anymore. And if I come to my medical bills, as in it is already considered as now submitted. So thank you for using your time with us. Once again, I go back to narrate the steps of preparing the bill. You find the pre-authorization code. You check the details of the reason for the issuance of the code and be sure it corresponds with the content of the bill. You add items to the bill. Our system will automatically compute the bill on our side, and then you submit the bill for vetting. So watch out for the video on how to vet medical bills. So I believe that this session has been eventful for you, and you've been able to understand how to do some activities on CareNiche. Thank you for joining us for this session, and have a nice day.